Hello my dear students of grade 10. Welcome to Kavin English Learning Channel. Today I'm going to teach you Unit 9 of your English Pupils book. So please take your Pupils book with you. Let's start our lessons today. Okay, our 9th unit is based on the topic nature. எங்களுடைய 9வது யூனிட் வந்து நேச்சர் என்ன பிள்ளைகள் இயற்கையை பற்றி தான் உங்களுக்கு சொல்லப்படுது. So let's see what are the activities coming under the topic nature. Kanneliya, discover, explore and conserve the natural beauty of Sri Lanka. There is a high rainfall in Kanneliya from May to July and again in the months of October and November, making it an ideal time to see waterfalls. The Anagimal Falls is the closest waterfall to the entrance of the forest reserve. It is just 2 kilometers away from the entrance. You need to go a little deeper into the forest to see the beautiful waterfall called Narangas Ela. Right. இப்போ வந்து உங்களுக்கு இதில் கன்னலிய பற்றி தான் போட்டிருக்குது. அதாவது அதில் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா கன்னலியில் வந்து ஹை ரெயின்ஃபால் கிடைக்கிற காலம் மே டு ஜூலைன்னு சொல்லியும் அண்ட் அக்டோபர் நவம்பர் மாதங்களில் ஹை ரெயின்ஃபால் கிடைக்கும். ஐடியல் டைம் டு see the waterfalls. அப்போ அந்த வாட்டர்ஃபாலை பார்க்கறதுக்குரிய காலம் சிறப்பான காலங்கள்லாம் அது. The Anagimal Falls is the closest waterfall to the entrance of the forest reserve. அந்த ஃபாரஸ்ட் ரிசர்வ்ல என்ட்ரன்ஸுக்கு கிட்டே இருக்கிற வாட்டர்ஃபால் தான் அனகிமேல் ஃபால்ஸ்ன்னு சொல்லப்படுது. இட் இஸ் ஜஸ்ட் 2 kilometers அவே ஃப்ரம் த என்ட்ரன்ஸ்லேருந்து 2 kilometers தூரத்தில் இருக்குதா. You need to go a little deeper into the forest to see the beautiful waterfall called Narangas Ela. Right. லொக்கேஷன் இப்போ இந்த கன்னலிய இதை பற்றி தான் நாங்கள் பார்த்து கொண்டிருக்கிறோம். லொக்கேஷன் என்னது? Kanneliya Forest Reserve is located in the Galle district in the southern province about 125 kilometers away from Colombo. It is one of the largest forest reserve with a high biodiversity in Sri Lanka. Right. எங்க அமைந்திருக்கிறது Kanneliya Forest என்று சொல்லி சொன்னா Galle district, இந்த Galle district southern provinceல இருக்குது. About 125 kilometers away from கலாம்புல இருந்து 125 கிலோமீட்டர் தூரத்தில் இருக்குது. Waterfalls. Inside the forest, there are many streams adding life to the vegetation. Although deforestation has affected them, these streams create several beautiful cascades. Waterfalls பற்றி போட்டிருக்குது. Biodiversity, அதில் என்னென்ன உயிரினங்கள். There are 301 plant species and Kanneliya Forest Reserve, at Kanneliya Forest Reserve, some 133 animal species and 59 species of birds, making it very rich in biodiversity. என்னென்ன உயிரினங்கள் ஸ்பீசஸ் இருக்குதாங்கன்னு சொல்லி நாங்கள் பார்த்தா 301 plant species, Kanneliya Forest Reserve, அதோட 133 animals, 59 birds எல்லாமே இருக்குது, வகையான birds இருக்குது. Hiking. The water level of the stream is low from March to April and August to September. Those are ideal time to visit Kanneliya for hiking. Hiking வாராக்களுக்கு என்னென்ன காலம் சிறப்பானது என்று சொல்லி இந்த paragraphல தரப்பட்டிருக்கு. So please read the text carefully and try to answer the questions given below. Okay, let's see the activity 1. Reading and writing activity. Match the words with their meanings according to the context. Then do activity 2 that are given in your workbook using those words. Biodiversity and variety of species of plants and animals live within a region. Species, a group of animals or plants having common characteristics. Vegetation, plants taken collectively. Cascade, small waterfall. Reserve, place allocated for special use, abundant, plentiful, deforestation, process of destroying a forest. So, mark down this matching activity and do this activity in your exercise book. Activity 2. Read the brochure on Kennelia and fill in the grid. And the brochure வாசிச்சு நீங்க அந்த grid fill பண்ண போறீங்க. பாப்போம். Location இடம் என்ன? Gold District. Distance from Colombo main city 125 km away from Colombo. Importance: a forest reserve rich in biodiversity. Attraction: Anagimel Falls, Narangas Ella. Best time to visit: March to April and August. Do this activity also in your exercise book. Activity 3. Read the passage about Kennelia and say whether the following statements are true or false. அதை வாசிச்சு பந்திய வாசிச்சு சரி பிள்ளை சொல்ல போறீங்க. Kennelia is a one and only forest reserve in Sri Lanka. False. It is one of the forest reserve in Sri Lanka. There is a variety of wildlife in the Kennelia Forest Reserve. That is true. March is a good time to visit Kennelia to see the waterfalls. That is false. Deforestation has affected the water levels of the streams. That is true. Hiking is difficult in the month of June. That is true. Second question. Which of the following is the main idea of this passage? There are many places of natural beauty like Kennelia in Sri Lanka. Kennelia is an ideal destination for nature lovers. Kennelia can be visited throughout the year due to climate condition. மூன்று விஷயம் சரியா இருந்தாலும் மெயின் ஐடியா என்ன? அது ஒரு ideal destination for nature lovers. So you have to mark the second points. Activity 4. Writing. Work in small groups. Read the information given about popular tourist destination in Sri Lanka. Select one place and find more information and pictures of that place. Then write an article about it to be displayed on your wall newspaper. அதாவது read பண்ணலாம் information given about tourist destination in Sri Lanka and select one place and find more information. நிறைய இடத்தை பற்றி போட்டிருக்கு, அதில் ஒன்றை பற்றி நீங்கள் தெரிவு செய்து அதை பற்றி ஒரு ஆர்டிக்கல் எழுதட்டும் அப்படின்னு தான் போட்டிருக்கு. ரைட். Delft Island. 40 minutes drive from Jaffna. Ferry service to the island. Nearly 1 hour's journey from the jetty. The growing stone worshipped by Hindu devotees at an annual festival organized by the nearby Kovil is a center of attraction. Part of the island is reserved for the wild horses and ponies to roam freely. Fresh water supply at Devil's Well. The giant baobab tree. The old staple of the Dutch era and the giant footprints. Nuwara. 3 hours drive from Colombo. Famous waterfalls such as Devon and St. Clair are situated close to Nuwara. Lake Gregory in the heart of the city is a much sought out tourist attraction. Motor racing events in April. Hakkala Botanical Garden is famous for a number of species of orchids and roses. Hauteng Plains close to Nuwara is a protected area. Polonnaruwa, a 4-hour drive from Colombo, the second capital of Sri Lanka after the destruction of Anuradhapura. The monumental ruins of the fabulous garden city created by King Parakramabahu I in the 12th century. The Lanka Tilaga Vigara, an enormous brick structure which has preserved a colossal image of Buddha. The Gal Vihara with the gigantic rock sculptures. The Tivanga pilgrimage, where wall paintings of the 13th century illustrate the Jataka stories. Parakrama Samudra, an excellent creation of our irrigation systems. Right, now Nuwara Eliya படி நாங்க பாப்போம். Nuwara is located 100 km from the capital city of Colombo at an altitude of 1800 meter. It is Sri Lankan's highest town. It is blessed with a picturesque landscape and pleasant cool climate. It is a prime tea growing district of Sri Lanka, and there are seamless tea plantations everywhere. Thus, it is called the tea capital of Central Highlands. Moreover, Nuwara Eliya is the premier holiday destination of the Central Province. It is popular among foreign tourists as well as Sri Lankan tourists. Mist-covered mountains and dairy farms add to the beauty of this location. It is visited mostly in April and August because of the flowers in the full bloom and festivals ranging from sports car races to pony races and fairs. There is a caravan park near Lake Gregory which provides a very different experience. It is also called Little England due to its cold climate and colonial era bungalows. Overall, Nuwara Eliya is a blend of beauty, diversity and comfort. So write down this paragraph also in your exercise book and try to write about any other famous tourist destination of your own. Activity 5, it is a speaking activity. Work in pairs. Imagine you are a tourist interested in visiting beautiful places in Sri Lanka. நீங்க ஒரு tourist and உங்களுக்கு beautiful places in Sri Lanka-வை பார்க்கிறதுக்கு ஆசையா இருக்குன்னு சொல்லியும் after reading the article you decide to visit one of the places. Work with your partner to write the telephone conversation you will have with a travel agency regarding the trip you are going to have and act it out. Right, travel agency ஓட நீங்க கதைக்க போற dialogue தான் இப்ப எழுத போறீங்க. Your conversation may include information about the best time of the year to visit the place, how to get there, what you can see or do there, whether tour guides are available. Right, let's see. Tourist assistant, good morning, Sun Holidays, how can I help you? Customer, good morning, I'd like to book a holiday in Nuwara Eliya. Will I be able to get it done? Certainly. Would you like to travel? Actually, I need to know when it is the best to travel. I would suggest April. Which days would you prefer? From 1st to 4th April. For 3 nights? Yes, that's right. For 3 nights and 4 days. And may I know for how many people you need the booking, sir? Oh, 2 adults and 2 children. I see. Are you interested in a travel package? Oh, a package would be fine. Can I know what places and events I can cover with it, please? It will include visit to Haggala Botanical Garden, Piduruthalakala Peak, Ambevela and Strawberry Farms, Lovers Leap Waterfall and a boat ride in Lake Gregory. That sounds fantastic. How can we get there? We've got a special offer including train tickets for the observation deck. You will be picked up from the Nauya station. It's 30% off if you book early. That sounds reasonable. What else does this price include? Will there be a tour guide? Yes, a tour guide is included in the package. It is also included hotel accommodation with breakfast and dinner. Lunch is arranged at restaurants close to the places you visit. Great. It's just what I'm looking for. I'll take that offer. Thank you, sir. Please visit our office or make an online payment before Saturday. Thank you very much. We'll do so. So, you have to write this conversation in your exercise book. Reading and writing. The students of Gemunu Mahavidyalaya are planning to hold a poster competition on the theme Let's Recycle Our Waste. அதாவது கெமுனு மகாவித்யாலய மாணவர்கள் வந்து ஒரு போஸ்டர் ஒன்று போட்டிருக்காங்க. என்னத்தை பற்றி? லெட்ஸ் ரீசைக்கிள் ஆர் வேஸ்ட். எங்களோட வேஸ்ட்டுகளை குப்பைகளை வந்து மீள் சுழற்சிக்கு ஏற்படுத்துறது. This is the announcement they have prepared to inform the students of the competition. Read aloud. Next, write a note to your friend who is absent from school, informing him or her about the competition. Announcement. The Environmental Society of Gemunu Mahavidyalaya has organized a poster competition on the theme Let's Recycle Our Waste to mark the Earth Day. Earth Day கொண்டாடும் முகமாக ஒரு competition. The competition will be held on 5th June 2013 from 8 a.m. onwards at the main hall of the school. Students from grade 6 to 13 can take part in the competition. More details will be displayed on the Environmental Society notice board. Right. இந்த announcement வச்சுக்கொண்டு நீங்க ஒரு நோட்டீஸ் எழுத போறீங்க. ஒரு வராத ஒரு ஸ்டூடெண்ட்டுக்கு இந்த காம்படிஷனை பற்றி எப்படி இன்ஃபார்ம் பண்ண போறீங்க? நோட் எழுத போறீங்க. சாரி, நோட்டீஸ் இல்ல, நோட். நோட்டுக்கு வந்த பிள்ளைகள் பேரை மட்டும் போட்டீங்கன்னா சரி. ஹிரான். There will be a poster competition held on 5th June. It will be about recycling waste. Don't forget to check the notice tomorrow. Love, Shehan. Okay, write down this note in your exercise book. Activity 8, it is a speaking activity. The teacher will divide the class into 2 groups. Each group should find information for and against for the following topic. Or debate மாதிரி ஒன்று நடக்க போகுது ஒரு கிளாஸில். Using traditional method is better than using modern technology in agriculture. அக்ரிகல்ச்சரில் விவசாயத்தில் வந்து ட்ரெடிஷ்னல் மெத்தட் தான் நல்ல, மாடர்ன் மெத்தட்டை விட பாரம்பரிய முறை தான் நல்லவன்ற ஒரு குரூப் சொல்ல போது. Select students to represent your group and have a debate on the above topic. Here are some guidelines on you. அதுக்குரிய ஒரு கைட்லைனும் தந்திருக்காங்க. Moderator. Ladies and gentlemen, well, we welcome you all. The topic of the today's debate is debate தலைப்பை சொல்லணும். Let me introduce our 2 debating teams. On my right, we have your proposing team who will speak for the topic. On my left, we have the opposing team who will oppose the proposition team's point of view. Now, please welcome the leader of the proposing team. Right, proposing team, opposing team என்ற 2 டீம் இருக்கு. ஒரு விஷயத்தை சார்பா கதைக்கிறார்கள் proposing team, அதை எதிர்த்து கதைக்கிறார்கள் யாரு? opposing team என்ற 2 டீம் கதைக்க போகுது. Useful language expression for presenting your argument. It is obvious that to begin with, we believe that, in addition to that, we agree, furthermore, we disagree. However, in conclusion, I strongly agree. We support the view that, to sum up, contrary to what you say, we can prove that. I stress the fact that. இப்படி நீங்க செய்ய போறீங்க. இப்படியான யூஸ்ஃபுல் ஃப்ரேசஸை வச்சு தான் நாங்க இப்ப கதைக்க போறோம். 4. சார்பா கதைக்கிறார்கள். To begin with, farming through traditional methods doesn't require the use of chemicals or pesticides. The excessive use of chemicals by the help of machines reduces the fertility of the land. The soil maintains its correct pH balance. They do not create a negative impact on the living organisms present in the soil. Overuse of machines may lead to environmental damage. It is obvious that labor is highly manual instead of machine assisted. Machines are used but not highly mechanized. Fuel use is reduced. In addition to that, They require less skill and technological know-how. Due to the lack of practical knowledge, some farmers cannot handle the machines properly. They require less monetary inputs. The cost of purchase and maintenance of machines is very high. In conclusion, the quality of the crop is better and could also reduce the risk of diseases. இது வந்து proposing team சொல்ற points. Against, contrary to what you say, modern machines can reduce the work of farmers. They reduce the time needed for tasks. Furthermore, machines are used to supply water to the crops and thus a large area can be covered within a short time. We can prove that irrigational technology makes the process efficient. We disagree with your view regarding chemical pest control is used and it is also very efficient. Facilities for online trading can be provided through technology. To sum up, use of machines decreases the use of water and fertilizers which results in the reduction of prices. ஓகே, இப்போ உங்களுக்கு ரெண்டு பக்கத்து டிபேட் பாயிண்ட்ஸும் தான் தெரிஞ்சிருக்குது. இதை நீங்கள் எழுதி கொள்ளுங்க உங்களோட காப்பியில். அதோட try to debate this topic in your classroom into the groups. Adjectives. Adjectives என்ன உங்களுக்கு தெரியும் என்ன? Adverb and verb describe பண்ற மாதிரி adjectives என்று சொல்லி சொன்னா noun describe பண்ண போகுது. Adjectives can be formed by adding suffixes to noun or verbs. நாங்க suffixes add பண்ணிக்கல adjectives வருது. Following our examples, discuss with your teacher and find other examples for suffixes that can be added to form adjectives. Success plus full, successful. Care plus less, careless. Effect plus IVE, effective. Troublesome, troublesome. Mystery plus OUS, mysterious. Okay, activity 9, writing activity. Form suitable adjectives using the nouns given in brackets and fill in the blanks. இப்போ நாங்கள் வந்து சூட்டபிளான adjectives form பண்ணணும் அந்த நவுன்ஸுக்கு bracketக்குள்ளே இருக்கிற நவுன்ஸுக்கு. There are many attractive places in Sri Lanka. Most medicinal plants can be found in the forest. Nobody likes the fearless experience of natural disasters. The lecture on disaster management was very informative to the students. Watching a waterfall in a dark evening is an awesome experience. There are many luxurious hotels in places of tourist attraction. Most of the teenagers prefer adventurous travel to indoor activities. For some people, mountains climbing is a tiresome experience. Write down activity now 9 in your exercise book and we will move to the next activity now. Activity 10. Fill in the following table with the other form of the words given. Noun, verb, adjective and purpose. Beauty, education, educate, educational. Beauty, beautify, beautiful. Care, care than, careful. Manager, manager, manageable. Quarrel, quarrel, quarrelsome. Wonder, wonder, wonderful. Love, love, lovable. Study, study, studious. Hope, hope, hopeless. Fill in the grid in your exercise book and do this activity also. Prepositions to, till, towards, until, round, since, within, of. Right, preposition நாங்க ஏற்கனவே பார்த்ததுதான். அதுல சில preposition தந்திருக்குது பாப்போம். Examples பாப்போம். Read the following sentences paying attention to the underlined preposition. There will be extra English classes till 3 o'clock every Friday. Till அங்க வருது. There will be extra English classes இருக்கு மாம். எப்ப மட்டுமாம்? 3 மணி வரையும் ஒவ்வொரு வெள்ளிக்கிழமையும். You have to walk a few meters towards the town to get the bank. get to the bank. நீங்க பேங்குக்கு போறதுக்கு few meters ஊடாக போக வேண்டியிருக்கும். Towards. The office will be closed for business until Monday because of Christmas. Until அது வரைக்கும் ஆஃபீஸ் க்ளோஸ் பண்ணப்பட்டிருக்கும். என்னதுக்காண்டி? மண்டே வரையும் க்ளோஸ்ட், கிறிஸ்மஸுக்காண்டி. The director board sat round the table for hours discussing the problem. She has been waiting to meet the director since 8 o'clock. 8 o'clockல இருந்து வெயிட் பண்ணி கொண்டு இருக்கிறார். My uncle lives within a few miles of Colombo. Colomboக்கு few miles of கொஞ்சம் தூரத்துல தான் அதுக்குள்ள இருக்கிறன்றதுக்கு within. Farzana fell down and injured her leg when she was getting off the bus. பஸ்ஸால இறங்கும்போது ஃபர்சானா கீழே விழுந்து காலில் காயமாயிடுது. So these are preposition. Let's do the activities. I walked towards the building looking for entrance. You have to do a revision exercises till you are proficient in that subject. The farmers will make the land ready until they get rain. You have to get off the bus at the junction and walk to the school. We have been learning English since we were in grade 3. Now you know how to use these prepositions well. Read these examples and try to answer this question also in your exercise book. Fill in the blanks with a suitable preposition from the given list. இப்போ தந்திருக்கு உங்களுக்கு. Around, till, since, towards, until. Selvan walked towards the room feeling a little excited. It was his first job interview. He did not want to apply for any job till he finished his computer course. He had been following it since 2010. Now that it is over, he is ready to start a job. He waited until the interviewers asked him to sit down and then he thanked them. Then he looked around the room. He felt relaxed when the interviewers asked him to talk about himself. Do this activity also in your exercise book. Okay, my dear students. Hope you all enjoyed and understood today's Unit 9 activities based on nature very well. So please do all the activities in your exercise book and study well. Thanks for watching my YouTube channel. I will meet you soon with an interesting lesson later. Bye.